STEM is great because there's so many opportunities. There's so many new industries coming out.
I would encourage the young minds now to consider a profession in engineering because you can go into all kinds of different areas.
New markets that Applied Materials is trying to go into with batteries and biotechnology and new power technologies. The opportunities are endless.
There's more awareness to bring more women into engineering, and it's quite exciting to see that, but I think we have to try harder to get more women into STEM. And it starts at the kindergarten level.
The best engineers, they don't allow themselves to be constrained to one category. The more diverse the workforce is, and it could be ethnic diversity, it could be cultural diversity, it could be gender diversity. Everybody comes to a problem with their different point of view.
You get to hear different experiences, and all those things expands the problem space of things that we can solve as engineers and things that we can innovate.
Diversity is so important in our work. How can we have a really coherent, diverse team and an inclusive environment? I think that's our ultimate competitive edge.
Diversity of thought is very important in today's industry and corporations. That's the reason we have to include women as part of the innovation to make this world a better place to live.
Young engineers, I hope that they would reach out and look for a mentor.
Ask each other for help, jump in and take the lead.
Think what you ultimately want to accomplish in your life. Take one step. It has to be an uncomfortable step. It's a little bit outside your comfort zone.
It may seem scary because change is scary and it's uncomfortable, but it will encourage you to see what you're capable of.
I think it's important to reach out to everybody and get their opinions rather than allow people to just fade back in the audience and not speak up.
Go with your passion. Focus on it to reach heights in whatever you do. Applied is a company which gives us so much freedom to work on our passion and come out with innovative ideas which take us a long way in the corporation.
Applied has really just the most talented workforce of any engineering company in the world. The capability of people in Applied, I think, is one of the reasons I'm still here, is there's such great people. Because when you're surrounded by great people, you want to be better.
So what attracted me to Apply, I think, is really that entrepreneur spirit and the creativity and the really high caliber expectation for the employee.
One of the things I liked about going into factory automation software is I didn't just write code, I got to build simulators.
Applied is a company where you have electrical engineers, chemical engineers, mechanical engineers, software engineers working side by side on a daily basis. And that's quite exciting, to be surrounded by sheer greatness and every day. I think I've been interested in engineering ever since I remember myself. I like to take things apart, sometimes beyond repair, but that was very rewarding. I got to see how things worked. My parents always encouraged me to be curious, to try something new, to be excited and not to be afraid.
All the machines and the drawings that I saw as a young girl inspired me to enter the STEM field. I felt it was a great field for me to add value to the society and the industry.
I'm very inspired to be a technical person. I knew that when I was in high school. I was just super passionate about physics. I was following the physics teacher every day and asked all sorts of questions.
I heard a physicist speak on the vulcanization of rubber. That really intrigued me about actually engineering materials and getting the properties that you desire from certain basic core materials.
I love solving problems. For me, I get a high. I spent 10 years in field ops and I was based out of Tokyo, and every day there would be a new problem, a new situation at a customer site, and I would go meet a whole new group of people. I've never worked with them before, new customers, try to understand what the issue is, work with the engineers back at headquarters, and I got such a rush from it. I love doing that job.
To be innovative, it requires at the core of it a great curiosity. You want to know how things work. You want to figure things out. You want to solve problems, and then you go about trying to use whatever toolkit you have to solve those problems and to come up with a new way of doing something.
It's okay to break things. It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to learn from them and come up with something that's even cooler and better than what you would have thought.
As I've stood on the shoulders of others, I want to provide shoulders for others to stand on and further the opportunities for women in this field.